Start by asking you to share with us how it's been the last few years. I know you've had, I mean, a lot of expansion here and there. Can you tell us a bit about that?
In the last 2 years, what we experienced, well, we have some new company that are coming into the community, which is the Shagam Flower Gift Industrial Schemes. We have some new companies, which will be remember the names. I know that we have like 4 companies that we have structured out for the industrial land, and they have started the construction of their factories. Um, and you know, doing that is going to take like 9 months, 1 year, 3 months for the completion of their project before commencement of their productions. The reason that they are having some challenges is because of the economic climate is not conducive. It's very, very bad.
Okay.
It's not like before. Before, every 3 months, 4 months, you can see like 5 companies springing up in different area. 5 companies from those are 500 kilometers or 1,000 kilometers. You see like 2, 3, 4 different companies coming up. But for the past 2 years now, slow down. Things are a little bit bad, difficult, tight because of the cost of the construction, vis-a-vis the cement, the stone base, the granite, the reinforcements, and the finishing materials. Those are the causes. And if you look at those indices, there's no way this will not slow down. That is what caused the slowdown in the activities, not like before. That is that.
And how have you adjusted to all of that as a company?
The way we are trying to maneuver the problem is we need to diversify, to put in more energy to what we are doing before. Assuming we are using 45% our capacity to achieve 100% result. Now we are at 90 to get result, or the same result like before. We need to double our effort to get result. If not that, we'll be left behind without achieving anything in a year.
I know that before now, had, you've always been into so many areas in the real estate sector, facility management, construction, and all that. Do you still do all of that?
Yeah, we are still much in the facility management and the industrial land sales for all these Syrian company, Chinese company, Indian company, because those are the 3 dominant national that are coming to these axis for industrial sector. The Syrian, the Indians, and the Chinese. Those are the big players in this arena now. We are still much active in that, but it's not like before. In the issue of the facility management, yes, fine, because these expatriates so-called, they prefer living in Shagamu, Yari, than Abeokuta, than any other place. Look at the high-tech now. High-tech construction is one of our clients. They just got like 3 different projects in this axis. Shagamu, Iperu, Shapade, as is. Shagamu interchange, Papalanto, concrete road, Shagamu, Benin road. They are trying to do the construction of those three at this road now. All the expatriates are living in Shagamu. All the expatriates of the high-tech are living in Shagamu. In the next few months now, they are going to start the construction of the Shagamu Shagamu to Ore axis with concrete reinforcement pavement road. With all those companies, they are still coming. We have Gastech, they are into IPP project, independent power project supply. We have so many, how many, like IPR now. They are into management of the cargo airports. They are also trying to set up like industrial park, creating some platform for industry to come in and fixing their organization by providing the landed property required for the industry and the facilities. Okay. Those are the things they do in the IPR. They are also in Shagamu here. We have so many of them presently working fine in Shagamu. But the bone of contention is the issue of the fluctuation in the forex. They are not finding it easy like before.
I also know that you expanded farm to Abeokuta, Abuja, Lagos. I don't know if you still do all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the from Shagamu now to Abeokuta, left and right, you see some industry there.
Yeah.
We still have some clients on those two islands, both left and right. We have good pines. Let me check the names of these companies over here. Okay. We have Flex Film Industries Limited. We have D2H Nigeria Limited. We have Seaway Waters. We have Good Points Impex Nigeria Limited, Power Park Industry. Those are the companies and their staff. They are residing in Shagamu. We have some quarters that we are managing. Now we also have our own property that we develop for their usage. We are still working fine on that area, but you see, there is some challenges on it that is not like before.
Okay. Yeah. But if you take a look at the picture nationally, do you think there's a positive thing in the real estate sector? Maybe there's a law in the entire.
Yeah, there is a serious um, benefit in need positively if government is serious in terms of creating an enabling environment. Because look at the scenario, we Nigerians are moving out. Whenever we have opportunity to get a UK visa, UK American visa, we will go celebrating. Visa, we are getting out of the country. They are coming in masses. While we are moving out, they are coming in because that is my data. Normally, we speak with people every time. Kí ló ń ṣe wá àwọn aṣájáde wọn ilé ẹ̀ máa wọ́ wọlé, and they don't have this thing like we. If there's nothing to show for in this country, they won't come.
Yeah.
If Toyinba Walera law, it's because there is money here. That is the reason they are coming here. There are some certain things that they are getting here. That is the reason. Let me give you another game. We have some 4 different warehouses in Irolu. Look at Irolu. Inside entering Irolu town.
Yeah.
Lagos Ibadan Expressway, Ogede Axis, there's no warehouse for letting. We have exhausted all the property we have in warehousing. And there is a client that brought in that brief. And I said, he has some property, blah, blah, blah. I said, ta ló fẹ́ wá gba bí house ní road wọn tí gbà ń bì gan ajẹ́rò ló lọ́wọ́ náà. Because we have exhausted the one available here. You couldn't believe all the 4 different warehouses of minimum of 2,500 square meters, 4 units. We finish it less than 5 months. This Indian company take it over. Different 4 company in the same big yard. Look at the road. That is, these people are seeing some potential here that we doesn't have access to. Because their government supporting them through funding at a very reasonable digit interest rate. Because most of them will come in with their own finance from the bank into the country. Not that they are buoyant more than us, but they have support. We doesn't have the support. They are still keep coming.
So there's a role government can play in trying to help the real estate sector.
The role the government can play is to create an enabling environment, which I've said earlier, by making sure that the atmosphere is conducive for the players. Look at the interest rate now. You know the percentage, 30-something percent. Assuming we develop 4-bedroom duplex now with 2 BQ, we are using for 500, we took a facility of 560 million naira now. When we look at the cost of fund of 560 million naira through our financial analysis, hardly we can get 100 million in a transaction of 1.5 billion. Because we are using 400 something million naira to pay back interest. Is it not too massive? 400 something million naira to pay interest back to the bank. That is, we are working for the banks. If the government can create good enabling environment, because it's the government that increase the bank interest rate through their policies. If they can look for the other way that they can make it friendly. I don't know how the economists can do it, but it's not friendly, it's too harsh now. Because most of the meeting they are having in the banking sector, all this NPR meeting every month or every 2 weeks, they do increase their bank interest rate from the NPR, which is being given through the CBN approval. If the CBN can really moderate this thing in another way that can be conducive for people to operate, it will be more better. The interest rate is too high to operate.